Hello, everyone. Today, let's talk about romantic spots of Japan. Japan isn't necessarily the place that you would think of for romance. I think it's usually Paris that we associate with that, and Vegas. Right? But Japan has a lot of beautiful scenic spots, and it has a lot of places that can be romantic. So first off, scenic spots. Japan has a billion scenic places that are gorgeous. Depending on when your trip is, I definitely recommend the Hanami, which is the cherry blossom viewing, and that is, depending on where you are, maybe if you're in Tokyo, that's going to be maybe around the April, May. They have a calendar that you can check in on that and look at that. If I remember, I will put that in the description box below. But that is a really beautiful time to go. There are also other gardens and places that you can visit that have blooming flowers, which that would be very romantic. You would know your person, regardless if you're not going to propose or anything like that. If you want to have a romantic outing, hopefully you know the person you're going to, so hopefully you'll know which one of these areas is going to work best for you. If you're planning on going to Kyoto, it's amazing. I'm not really sure how to pronounce the place. It's like Arashiyama. I'll tell you what it is. And that's the place that has the famous bamboo forest, and it also has, during the fall, this hill that gets so colorful with beautiful fall colors, and it's a really cool and romantic place to go. We biked when we went from our Airbnb. It was kind of a long bike, but it was so worth it. We saw so much, and that in itself was romantic. So bicycling, romantic. The forest place, super romantic. And cherry blossom viewing, romantic. Another thing, if you're going to Tokyo, their riverboats are really cool. Oh my gosh, I love them. That night, if you go, they light up with these beautiful colors, and you can see them going up and down the rivers. They often serve dinner, so look into those. Very smart idea, very fun. If you are going to propose, that would be a really nice place to do it. Out on the water. Again, know your audience. Another place, if you are not afraid of heights, the Tokyo Skytree. Take him or her up to the top and pop that question. That would be super romantic. You get a beautiful view of the entire Tokyo city, and it's breathtaking as long as he or she doesn't faint because they're really high up. But I think that would be a really cool idea as well. And then honestly, any park in Tokyo, Kyoto, anywhere in Japan is beautiful. The Japanese really take pride in their aesthetics, and the parks are no exception. They are beautiful. And one park that comes to mind is the Yoyogi Park, which is pretty famous. It's by the NHK facility, and it has little water spouts. It has a lot of green area to picnic, and it's really big, so there's definitely going to be a private perch for you if you want to do it in private. And I think anytime during the year would be pretty nice, minus winter, but like spring through fall would be a great place to do it. Oh, I mean, propose or go for a romantic setting. Ooh, another one that I really want to try, it's on my bucket list, is to go to a Ryokan with a private onsen. I think that that would be so romantic and so amazing. And the only thing with that is that it does cost money. This might be the most expensive option. I think typically per night it's maybe around $135. But what's included is you get to wear the yukata, and you often get a meal or two depending on how long you're staying, and it's a traditional Japanese meal, and then you get your own private onsen, and an onsen is the Japanese hot spring bath, and some of them are, I think it's called sento. I can double check on that, but they are more of the man-made baths. But regardless, it's like your own private jacuzzi Japanese style up in your room, so it's really cool. Maybe that's even like a honeymoon experience if you guys are there on a honeymoon. That would be something to check in. It's uber romantic. When you're wearing that yukata, that's really kind of a unique and romantic experience all in itself. I think that it kind of alludes to the time of the geisha, when the geisha were very prevalent in Japan, and they were always seen as like sexy, but not in like a lurid sexy way, but in a classy, sexy kind of beautiful Japanese way. And I think that that is romantic when you get to kind of experience that situation yourself, and you're having dinner and you immerse in a Japanese style cultural thing. Really soothing, really, just Google it. It's so amazing. Some not traditionally romantic, but going along with knowing your audience. A lot of people are like bona fide nerds, otakus, and they love anime, they love gaming. So their version of romance might not be something serene and beautiful special and like candlelit dinner. It might be going to Akihabara. And if you're going to propose or do something really special, they have a lot of different buildings that are high up that you could do kind of looking out over the place. They have a really cool bridge and outlook, which is featured in my Akihabara video that you can see. That place is lit up, and if you are into anime or whoever you're bringing there is really into that kind of stuff, that would be a really romantic spot for you. Another spot that's kind of kitschy in Japan and also a little taboo, but quite the experience, is going to a love hotel. Love hotels have genres, so you can go to different themed rooms. You can experience a lot of different and fun and unique things. And the cool thing about them is that they're often inexpensive because they're usually for one-night stands. So if you and your loved one are maybe a little bit more adventurous or want to do something that's completely out of the box, then I would recommend doing a love hotel. However, I would research the areas that you go to because sometimes the love hotels can be in sketchier areas and you don't want to get mixed up. Again, like I said in all my other videos, Japan is super duper safe, but just in case, you just want to make sure that you choose a popular area for love hotels because that means they'll probably be a little bit more reputable. Google. And then back to traditional romance. Romantic dining is something that you might want to do if you just want to have a romantic dinner with your loved one. Something that I think is really cool and would be a really unique experience, which I've not done yet, but would like to, is an omakase style sushi restaurant. Those are going to be more pricey, so maybe it's something that's like a really special occasion, or if you've just got $1 million, then that's fine. This is no problem for you. But omakase means chef's choice, and that's basically where, was it Jiro Dreams of Sushi? It's like, that's his style. He does omakase style sushi where he prepares and cuts everything up for a small group of people, and he decides the menu, and he goes with whatever he thinks is appropriate and best, and the order and all that stuff. And it's a really cool experience from what I've seen in other people's videos and on different programs that I've watched, and it looks just like a very unique situation. So I totally recommend that if you want something romantic that way. And another thing would be a tea ceremony. I know that doesn't scream romance, but it's something that you and your partner would share, and it would be a very unique experience. And I think that can be a very romantic thing to do with the way that the Japanese hold their history and their ceremonies and their traditions, and I think that that would be a very great thing for you and your partner to experience together, making it romantic. Yeah. And there are a ton of options. Again, these are just kind of the things that I've noticed while I was there and things that I had thought of. And some of the things are things that we have experienced ourselves. And again, some good sources to check out would be NHK, and also obviously Googling is something that is real cool. And I definitely recommend looking at pictures of these places so that you get a really good idea of what you're getting into. And that helps you gauge in respect to your partner's wants and wishes as well. So there's my romantic tips for Japan. And they always say if you can travel with someone, then that's meant to be. And I hope this helps if you guys are looking for something romantic to do. And if you liked the video, please hit that thumbs up button. And also while you're there, hit that subscribe button. And I will see you guys next time.